welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to what this channel I've created is about. It's called Trauma Drinker, and where me, Romeo Jones, just chats with this channel who's no one's watching right now. I get to be talking to myself, but another thing that I have to remind myself that hey, you are an early YouTuber, so keep in mind that you're really this story is a lot for you to look back on, okay? But I want to jump right into this thing because I don't, I'm being a little OCD, and I wanna upload consistently. But really quick here, for if you don't know, if you already know, I'm just reiterating, and I realize in my videos that I really need to slow down when I'm talking. Um, so I did this experiment where every day that I drink, I did red. Every day I didn't drink, I did green. All right, and December 24th was it was my last red day, like 12:22. Did I upload that video? I don't think I uploaded that video. 12:22 in the morning, 24. Why? Because it was Christmas Eve, 12:24, and just me being a little weird. That's a part of my trauma, right? When you have perfectionism, which I believe is a form of like OCD, I'm just being real with you because I got to get through this thing. But I shot a video yesterday where, I mean, the video yesterday isn't important till today, but guys, I had a data point, right? A data point is what most people, majority of people, will call a relapse because from December 24th to January 31st, which is my father who's no longer with his birthday, and I'm not even using that as an excuse. For some reason, that night at 11, like 10:55, I'm not even sure if the liquor store closed up shop early, but they closed right at 11. 10:55, I buy a pint of Tito's. You see the little bear up there, right? That was in my last days. That was my choice of drink, and I drank every day since from January 31st until yesterday. Excuse me, which was see. I'm sorry, I don't feel well, but I gotta get moving. I want to get moving consistently on a lot of things and just share the journey, and not only for others but also for myself. And that's why I'm like, dude, just start, go, do whatever you know what I mean. Do it. And I've made this before, but hey, I haven't put up a video in about a month outside of yesterday because even when I was sober, I just, and forgive me if you ever, if you study me or my videos because you enjoy this channel, not because I feel like I'm so cool, but because this brings value to your life. And Trauma Drinking is about why does drinking seem like the problem when trauma is really the real problem, especially any type of drinking if it benefits you, but for me, heavy drinking, a fifth a day for 22 days, still going to work, almost getting fired. I stopped drinking December 24th. All of January, every day I worked, I documented my tips. That's a big deal. When I'm drinking, I sign out and I'm gone. Every day I documented my tips. And it's not just for that, to also, when I get paid, go back and make sure my hours weren't played with by any means. And I don't think my job would do that, but just to have structure of getting better with numbers and routines. And I'm getting close because another thing I noticed, my audio sucks until I get some better audio. I donated plasma twice a week, which is the max you can donate, twice every 7 days, every day. And because I had been doing this for about since the mid 2023, I had just hit 100 donations. So I had hit 100 donations in about a year, right? No, 2 years. and I got bumped up to platinum member status for 1 year. So when I go in and there's a list and there's a line of like 10, 15 people, I get to go to the front. This is a huge deal because the longest part of donating is usually waiting. Donated every, got my license back, you all. All right. Went ahead and called Arizona and figured out what I need to do, or I didn't call. Yeah, I called and they told me who to email and etc. My license right here. I don't know how long it was suspended, but I was at the DMV and they were like, I know you're here to get an ID, but there's a hold on your license out of, I'm like, for what? Out of Arizona for what? For a failed appearance for a speeding ticket. Yep. And I was in my car speeding through Arizona, doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. And by the grace of God, the police let me go. Driving from doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, mind you, driving from Los Angeles to Chicago. I went through the south. I didn't want to go through the north, through the Rockies. So I'm just here ranting with you all because I gotta make it make sense. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's just being I always share that here. Now keep in mind, I just been drinking for 22 days. My mind, I feel like crap. Look at my eyes, look at my skin, look at my, I ain't even been to get a haircut, you all, this month. The last time I got a haircut was on the 31st. And every 10 days is excellent, every 14 days is good. 24 days, 20 going on for 24 days tomorrow, not so good. So I'm like, what can we do? I know I've got to do some things. So this is my every time that I've stopped drinking, it was kind of just like I stopped drinking. You know, it's kind of like, oh, Ray, I'm not drinking. But getting to the root cause of the trauma and committing to that. And you know, when you start new things and habits, it takes time for it to stick. Some people say X amount of time, other people say another X amount of time. But, you know, for me, I would say around 3 weeks, I'm starting to, be like, okay, I can handle this. But who knows? Different topic, different time. You all feel like crap. At work, lack of performance, everybody notices it. I've shared this before and I'll share it again. You know, it's like when you normally putting up 30 points and then you come put up 3, 10, people notice right away like, you are a star player, bro. And what triggered me to have the drink, I think on a deep unconscious level, because I noticed that holidays tend to be a go-to. But I'm still blown by this last data point, you know, what do we call this? The last bender? You all, it sucks. And it doesn't take long for the results to show. And I know it's because I'm getting older. I'm not in my 20s anymore. The alcohol is taking a harder toll on my body. And honestly, in my 20s, I don't really remember drinking fifths in a day. You know, I remember drinking on the golf. It don't matter, but it doesn't. I don't remember having delirious tremens. Like, it's not bad, but it is. Digestive system shot. Can't hold down food. Barely can hold down liquids. Can't use the restroom. In terms of, like a number 2. Sorry for my people with, sensitive stomachs. But imagine that. I'm just like, but it's a ghost. It is. They call it a spirit. It's right in our face. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't say it was all. Now, I was never in control. Whenever I drank, it was like you lose control. I love is that in The Great Gatsby? First you take a drink. Yeah, let's go out for drinks, buddy. Let's do it, right? Okay, cool. I gotta work tomorrow. I'm just have, 3 cocktails, maybe 4. Turns into 10. Now you just showed up to work smelling like alcohol. And because you are who you are, they let you get away with it. I've had a lot of enablers around me, and they gone now. I gotta go face my truths. beard all scruffy. The grays start when I be drinking. The grays start. Don't get me wrong, I'm gray and then thinning. That's cool. You know what I mean? I don't mind going bald at all. You know, but when I get my hair cut, I cut it real low. I'm cool with that. I get like a 1A. I'm at work with my beard like this, lips all. I mean, we've been down this road, y'all, but you gotta stay strong. Drinking. Look, I just went to the store. You know, I always do this. I mean, Pedialyte, and then just a lot of it is just food too. But like, you know, like you all, I'm still coming down from this, so I can't think. But this is my next plan for YouTube. In my life, I want to start working out every morning for at least 15 minutes. All right, get to be able to do 4 sets of 30 push-ups, something light. One of my weaknesses is just perfectionism. I see an elephant, I gotta eat it right now. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a recipe for disaster. Thinking it is a recipe for disaster, but to actually attempt to do it, whoa. Now, I think I did a few of these videos before. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We're starting over. I'm starting over. Every day for 30 days, just get on and share some cliff notes from what I learned from that day in the book. Pick an exact time to do it and make sure it's done at that time. I want to say the evenings, but the evenings aren't really my strength when I have to work. But now I've been back at work for November 8th. So that's 3 months. Wow, time flies. December, January, February. Hey, don't laugh at me, Mama. And I even I was working 3 days a week, which is fine with me. I like part-time. And I work with the public, so I need some time to recharge. Don't ride me like a horse. They even asked me to pick up a managing shift once a week. I said, yeah. And I love being a team player, so that, you know, I mean, hey, take one for the team for a little bit, and it'll work for me. 3 days with myself, 4 days mostly dedicated to the job, right? Because you got to get up, get ready to go to the job, be ready to get off the job, and then go home from the job. You know, that's why I know a dude who say, he said, if you broke and you want to get rich, quit your job and leave your girl. Listen, he's a very extreme kind of guy, but his point is that a woman is going to be very, very expensive on your mental, on your emotional, on your pockets, and a job is just going to distract you. So start hustling. You know, he said, I started a boot camp. I started training people. I wasn't making much in the beginning. But the job, and he had a real job too. Like 6 figures. I'm over it. So the plan is to continually go through this book as far as trauma drinker is concerned, and in my personal life, start waking up at a certain time every day. Now it's gonna take me, I don't know, 7 to 10 days just to get on a sleeping pattern, because I'm gonna be just tossing and turning. And alcohol, especially heavy drinking, you trying to cover up that pain, and not just your pain, but the pain of your ancestors. I think it's real, because I'm like, okay, some messed up stuff happened to me, but why am I acting like this? It don't seem that bad. But then you start to see patterns within your family too. Anyway, I'm on this journey, still going. Not gonna stop for a while. This channel will live on, even once it's not something that I talk about very much. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about trauma and drinking the rest of my life. I want to know about it, be very aware of it, and can speak to my son or grandson about it if I have those. But to go live and or, you know, upload videos just talking about trauma and drinking, no. I want to talk about some other stories, you know, whether it takes 1 year, 5 years, whatever. I'm not focused on the time. To be grateful for this little apartment that I have. It's not even, you know, it's a room in a townhouse. Be grateful for it. There's a time I had nothing. Be grateful for this job. Before you got the job, you wanted a job. You went in there and asked them for a job. They didn't come asking you for a job. Mind you, my coworkers used to ask my boss, like, can he come back? Can he come back? She said, he ain't called me and asked for to come back. And the moment I called her, she said, I said, well, if I put in an app, would you consider it? She said, I would. It took her 1 hour to respond. I text her 7 o'clock in the morning. She texted me back and said, if you can show up with a clear mind, I would absolutely hire you back. Absolutely consider hiring you back. You're a phenomenal server when you have a sound mind. Yesterday I wore a t-shirt that wears sound minds. It's kind of my goal to wear shirts than to be intentional with them. I'm not sure I can't have a million shirts laying around, but you know, see where this thing goes. Go to work, be grateful, deal with crazy people. Right now, you know, the community's getting their taxes back, and oh my gosh, they coming in there acting like they got $1 trillion. Baby, it's okay. All right. I eat ribeyes at the real steakhouse. You at the baby that's okay too. I eat those, but what? Fresh off the golf course, smelling like grass. Government give you a little government cheese. You in here treating people like like you royalty. And even if you have no reason to treat, you shall treat thy brother, thy neighbor like thyself. So I'm not saying it's okay for people with money to do that. I've been around people with lots of money, and there are a ton of sweethearts. One day I'm gonna be one of them. But you catch my drift. Gotta have a strong mind, because sometimes you hit your breaking point, or somebody you'll just meet your match for that day, a trigger. I don't want to say it on my public, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to get in tune with me on private, check out the link below. But because of my childhood, there's certain triggers that really, I'm even like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. I should have killed her with peace. Dang, I said her, I gave a little bit away, huh? But for some reason, that personality type, I get real hostile. It's like you got bit by a red dog, and now red dogs just scare you. Even when you're not scared, but they start growling, whoa, 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 whoa. So, what time is it, y'all? Y'all know I'll be OCD about getting my videos uploaded. But we don't do this 30 pieces. Look, today I bought myself 2 hats. This one, I don't know what it is, but I thought it was cool. And I like the little polo bear. A lot of people got their imitations of it. This ain't Ralph Lauren, but it's still nice. You know what I mean? And he got his sweater on, and he's holding a bottle, look like dark looking in it. And for me, instantly, I said that symbolizes pouring out the bottle. I'm holding it up to pour it out. You know, I drank one with you. I poured one out in my body yesterday. You know, and now I'm drinking Pedialyte. I can barely eat. We made extra cheeseburger on accident, so they gave it to me. I ate pieces of it. Last night I put an egg on top of some noodles with a pate or a Jamaican patty, whatever you look at it, empanada. I could barely eat it. When I'm sober, that's a snack. Whoop-dee. And then this one. The truck is hot. And it really made me think of my homeboy Cam. Because every time he called me, he'd be like, what's good, King? Like, never forget that. You sound good today, King. I said, what you mean? He said, you don't sound like that a couple days ago. Woo, you was lit. And that's the thing about alcohol. It's so dangerous to me. Some people say, it's not addictive. Da, 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 da. See, I grew up in a food desert. Okay? We used to take our parents' link card to the corner store, and back then you get 2 for $1 candy bars for $1. Okay? A bag of chips were 4 for $1. When you open it, they coming out the bag. I mean, that's something we did a lot, especially in summertime, like a lot. So sugar is one of my things too, and it was certainly one of my mother's. I may have got it from her genetically. I don't know. I try not to get too deep into all that, and just, hey, let's get our body moving. Let's wake up with a plan. Let's play with some numbers. Okay, I know if I can go to work 3 days a week and make 150, one day make 130 on average, we got this, we got that. There's no need to be like, I need money, I need money, I need money. I need me right now. Make sure my landlord got her count, and whoever else. It ain't a lot of them. My bills are low. No children, no girlfriend. Me and my family, I wouldn't say that we're estranged. Right now we are because of my decision, but I don't want it to be like that forever. If they're willing to forgive and just be, let's be cool. We don't gotta be mad that I ain't coming over for Christmas. And every day, share this with y'all. And you know me, at least make it like I want long form content, but I gotta figure this thing out, and I want to do it for me and for you to be on documentation. And I've always wanted a YouTube channel. I just didn't know what I would make a YouTube channel about. But people have been making YouTube channels about anything for a long time. This ain't just about anything. This is about me saving my life. Excuse me. See, that's that. Oh, it's good though. Once you start sweating and burping and all that, I mean, it's coming out, but it hurts. Man, it don't feel as good coming out as it do going in. And coming out take 100 times longer than it feel good coming in. So I really shared transformation with you all. I shared a video, I don't know when, last month, and I said I made the title of it, "The biggest transformation of my life is ahead of me." And I want that to happen despite me falling down. January, I keep saying July. January was awesome. February, not so much, not nearly at all. Rolling the dice again. Right? And now, last month I gambled 5 times, which is good, because normally when I stop gambling, stop drinking, the casino be my thing. You know what I'm saying? Going up there trying to dibble and dabble with them crazy people. This month didn't gamble once, but I drank every day. So be generous and gentle with yourself. It's a process, especially when you come from trauma. People will even laugh at you when you want to heal. My homie got a bariatric surgery once, and as soon as he got home from the hospital, his mom offered him a cafe, and he's like, "What are you?" And everyone's eating Little Caesars and McDonald's, and he's like, "Dang, I don't have any support around here." And she told him, "You got the surgery, not us." And it be real like that. I love y'all. I'm gonna let you go. I wanna this thing, this is day one. We moving to day two. I took care of day zero. We did day zero. We moving into day one. Uh I gotta come back on later and drop this. I'm gonna put it in a special playlist. Right? I'm gonna call it the alcohol experiment. Keep it simple right there. And that's what it is. Much love, y'all. Checking out.